grants.
So
And,
there's some body control.
yep, we have done that. We have worked on various invasives and then some vines in that park as well. So that's that project. Again, we'll know by midsummer whether or not we receive funding, and then moving on, it'd be 2021 probably we actually be implementing and getting construction.
And for the restoration projects, these would probably be pursued more in like a design build type approach like we did on Bessie Benner, where we work with somebody through the designing and construction phase.
Any other questions on Sunnybrook? Okay. So just literally a stone's throw from where we're sitting here is the next potential project that we've applied for. And this one is through it's actually a group that was created. I was looking it up, there's some of the history of, it's called NIFWIF, fondly by folks in the conservation world, but it's National Fish and Wildlife Foundation. It's the Sustain Our, they have a program called Sustain Our Great Lakes, and it's actually created by Congress in 1984, 501c3 organization, but they work with a lot of federal agencies and corporations and foundations. They have a large pot of money, and they fund through grants every year these restoration projects, specifically wildlife related. One of their big, which caught my eye a few years ago, was that one of their big concerns are native brook trout populations in the northeast region of the United States. So it was a natural kind of fit that we have the only remaining Ohio brook trout here in Geauga County. So I approached, John Oros, we talked, and Matt McHugh, and we said, hey, let's do a few things here in the West Woods where we know we have some issues with some streams, and we can potentially improve brook trout habitat here. Again, we submitted a full proposal in April. We had some very positive feedback from the Sustain Our Great Lakes folks. And we should know in August if we're successfully awarded these projects. It's two different streams. The one up on the top, it's kind of hard to see, but this site right here is on Pebble Brook. We call it Pebble Brook, and that's another old remnant dam structure that was probably put in, I don't know, 40s, maybe 50s. I believe probably just to make a swimming hole or a pond or something like that on the actual stream. Beautiful cold water stream coming out of Ansel's Cave. But what we're proposing is removing all that old debris and rubble. It's acting as kind of a fish passage barrier, so it's limiting our brook trout. We have about 1,000 feet or so below the stream. That is viable, really nice brook trout. It's been one of our better brook trout streams. So I'm proposing, let's get rid of the debris and open up the rest of the stream so we have more habitat for brook trout, another 1,500 feet. Another stream just south of where we're sitting here is called Nature Center Creek and Nature Center Stream, and that's another, it's about 1,000 feet. It was originally stocked with brookies, and it held on for a few years, and we thought maybe it was going to be a successful stream, but it ended up not being one. And one of the reasons that the committee that I sit on, the Brook Trout Advisory Committee, we think is there's just not the right kinds of pool depths and habitat for brookies to survive all year long and the adults to survive. So what we're going to do is try and do some habitat improvements on that stream as well, and then restock it with brook trout. Probably might even be for just the stream right over here. So we'll see how that goes. We're talking about it. I know the committee, we met about a month and a half ago here at the West Woods at Felder House. And the Brook Trout Committee is very excited about this potential grant to moving forward. We're trying to do something positive for the brook trouts.
And Paul, I don't know if you want to touch on that. Different letters of support that you received.
Yeah, I mean, I gave you a little primer, I guess, on brookies several months ago. Yeah, I mean, it's amazing how this one particular fish will get people pretty excited and inspired. I would say within a week's time, I think over $10,000 in cash. And here, let's do from various trout clubs in Cleveland and Necklace and the Cleveland Museum of Natural History's Trout Club. And these folks are Trout Unlimited folks are really excited about doing something more than, and it's not even for, they have no interest in fishing or angling for this fish. It's more just a conservation and a heritage, kind of preserving a heritage species. That's what they're focused on with this project. So it's not for fishing. So 2 projects, hopefully. Keep our fingers crossed, and we'll have more good news in midsummer.
Was there any opportunity for grants with the gorge?
We always look at kind of potential funding opportunities out there. A lot of times, like right now, some of the opportunities out there were more geared towards like playground equipment, which we really didn't see kind of fitting in with, I guess, what we're looking at out there. We're picturing that a little bit more of kind of a preserve and hiking and, a great spot even to bring like a group of scouts or something out there. So yeah, we do look at that early on in each project. Right now I think we're in the midst of 5 different grant projects we're working on. So just staff-wise, I think we're kind of at our sort of maximum of sort of what we could probably take on right now.
Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Paul. In case of brook trout species that is near to my heart, as former natural resource manager and land steward, hiring Paul as the natural resource manager, hiring him as our biologist, it's nice to see this legacy carry on, particularly that fish, which is extremely rare in the state of Ohio. So, good job, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it. So Matt made mention of it. The next step in the case of Wells Gorge is to go ahead and negotiate a contract and execute a contract for design engineering services. That's nothing new to this board. That's typical to prepare for construction for the 2020 year. That money is in the budget. The budget being approved, so we will proceed in that regard. Take a look at firms, design engineering firms, and execute a contract. So we have design engineering is so important for public occupancy, and that's why we go down that road. There are certain things we can do in-house with landscape architects, but other things, everything from concrete to electricity to how a shelter is constructed, requires a design engineering firm for eventual public occupancy. So we'll head down that path. Any other questions on 2020 projects?
No, I just would like to reiterate the importance of opening up our parks, or our properties that are currently not parks, for public access. We're using public money, and we should, the public should have access to those properties.
And thank you for recognizing that. We're proud of what we've done. Claridge Woodlands, the acquisition, that goes back to 1996, 1997. Holbrook Hollows acquisition, that goes back to the late 90s, early 2000s. So we're trying to bring these things on so every resident can enjoy them. So it's been gratifying. All right, next item is a resolution number 1219, budget amendment number 4. Following action is being submitted for the land improvement fund as a revenue certification for Pine Brook mitigation credits. I mentioned that earlier. The original budget was $41,495.22. The amendment is at $81,760 for an amended budget of $123,255.22. The other is a supplemental appropriation that the board approved at last month's meeting to increase appropriations for the Big Creek Park improvement projects. The budget was $2,242,840. The amendment is $52,630. The amended budget is $2,295,470. So this memorandum serves as a request for approval of the revenue certification and the supplemental appropriation that I just read.
Can I ask you before we make a motion for this, were we supposed to move on something on our agenda with the improvements? There's lines for voting.
Yeah, with the project. I think we did
With the project,
Oh, I'm
you're
sorry.
supposed to move forward.
Sorry, I missed the motion. Yeah. So I described it, and I didn't call for the motion, sorry about that, so.
Also move, the
Thank you.
Thank you, Jack.